Alright guys, so we're going to be carrying on finalizing our layout. So while we're doing that, we thought that we'll just jump in right now in the middle and just fill you in on what's going to happen with the layout, because we did get a request from Steve Allen a few months ago to do a sort of a summary video of what we're going to be doing, so that will allow people to share your thoughts and you can give us tips before we actually do something. So this is your opportunity to share your ideas, become part of the design process a little bit, leave comments down below, and also this video can really help you if you're just starting to design your layout and you just want to have a practical approach to doing so. So yeah, let's jump in. Alright, so when it came to our van layout, there are a few key things that we were aiming to get arranged. The services are the main bits, which is the electric, the heating and the plumbing, and then the storage and furniture to bring it all together. Now, because this is going to be our full-time home, we really expect quite a lot from this space. For example, we want 2 bedrooms, a kitchen, a bathroom, and anything that you find in a house minus a washing machine, because I don't really know where to fit that. We also wanted at least one of the beds not to have to be made up with sheets every night, because that is the worst. But here's where we are today, and right now I'm sitting on my couch. Honestly, this is my couch. So this couch is a magic couch, because in this area we should be able to work, chill, sleep, and then store all sorts of random stuff. And it is actually one of the biggest storage areas we have in the van, which is why huge parts of our services, such as our electric, our heating, our toilet, are all compacted in this area. The majority of our electrics are going to be concentrated right here in the front of the van. What you see here is the batteries, the charger boxes, so MPPT, DC to DC, then the offshore charger, the fuses, everything is here compacted in a box. And this whole contraption is here because all the charging sources, such as the solar panels, the car battery, etc., are right here at the front. Now, when it comes to the heating, our heater is going to go in the corner over there. We don't know which heater we're going to get. However, we are pretty set on using LPG as our heat source, because diesel seems to be much harder, at least for me, to manage, and the proper brands, the well-certified brands, are very, very expensive. And then if you want to get a cheaper one, the chances are they're Chinese, and although Chinese ones may be absolutely fine, the issue with them is that you don't know. Now, also, I really like to know what you think about the underslung heaters, because they'll save a lot of space inside the van. Also, it would mean that we can put, instead of putting the heater here, we can put it more central in the van, which means that when you drive the ducts out of the heat will be more evenly spread, instead of having to travel a very short distance to here and then have to travel all the way from here all the way to the back of the van, where I would imagine the heat would be a little bit less. Yeah, so what do you think about that? So the other thing that we're going to have underneath this couch is a toilet, which is going to be right here. Now, we're going to have a composting toilet and we're going to DIY it, as far as I'm aware. So the toilet basically is going to fit right here underneath, pretty much within this square here that you can see on the floor. And we're going to pull out the toilet out of here and push it into the bathroom cubicle, which, if you come with me, I will show you. The living room is separated by this open space here, which also contains our flat pack shower. So the blue line here is the only permanent furniture block that we need to build. The rest of it moves around and changes depending on what we need. And because this space is flat pack, where I'm standing here and right in front of me is going to be free space to walk around in. So this is how the van is going to look the majority of the time. We have the couch there, the door's nicely flat back there, and then the rest of it at the back. Let's say that you want to take a shower, okay? So what you do is these doors form the walls of the shower cubicle. So this section here is going to have a fixed wall, and then this is going to extend it, and that creates a compartment of about 90 by 75. Now, the 75 is a bit on the narrow side, so what we have done is we've decided to put either a curtain or some sort of flexible wall. So it's going to extend from inside here. We're going to drag it across, basically along that dotted line on the floor there. The shower tray is stored flat up against the wall, and then it falls down flat when you want to step into it and take a shower. Now in terms of the toilet, as I said, you drag it out, do a U-turn into the compartment, then you go in, you close the door, you do your business.
Now the other interesting thing about our shower design is that we are going to be attempting to build our own recirculating shower system. So what that is in short is essentially the water that you use to shower with comes out the drain in the bottom of the shower, goes through filters, back up through the heater and out through the shower head again, instead of using new fresh water from our fresh water tanks. And this basically saves us using a load of water when we want to take a shower. And all this wizardry of pipes and pumps and whatnot will more than likely be stored right next to it underneath where the kitchen counter is. And because I don't have a better segue, let's move into the kitchen. So, our kitchen. So this blue line here is depicting where our kitchen counter unit is going to go. In this corner down here is where our water tank is going to go, our fresh water tank, because we're more than likely going to put the grey water tank on the outside of the van. We don't want to put the freshwater one on the outside of the van because we have to deal with the frost issues and etc, etc. So the water travels from here, it'll go up here to all of our wizardry, and then from here it goes either to the shower or up to our sink. Now for our drinking water situation, we're more than likely going to have a jerry can system to work just for the drinking water going up to our sink. That way, if we're in the middle of nowhere, then we can just refill it either with supermarket water, or we can have some sort of filtration system to fill it up from a stream, and that way we don't have to lug around our 100-litre freshwater tank to refill our water. And then the heating vents are going to come down from behind where the shower cubicle was, coming down here, and we're going to have two vents probably poking out here in the kitchen / bedroom area to heat up the back of the van, which is where we're going to be spending the majority of our time. Now you might be wondering, if we're filling all of our kitchen counter space with water tanks and plumbing and whatnot, where things like our oven and our fridge are going to go. Due to their bulky nature and fixed size, we actually can't fit them underneath our 35cm kitchen counter. So what we've done instead is we've created a separate kitchen unit here at the back where we're going to put our oven and fridge, and it's also going to act as a seat as well if we want to sit down here in the back. So our fridge is going to go here on the right, and we're going to be using a 12-volt compressor fridge. And then on the left, we're going to have our oven, which is going to run off LPG. Now for our LPG, we're going to more than likely have an underslung tank right here at the back. So the piping for the LPG just comes straight up and into the oven. Now we do have a little bit of a problem when it comes to our oven, whereby the number of LPG ovens is very, very limited, and with our design we pretty much narrow down to one option, the Duplex Thetford oven, which doesn't have any hobs on top, it's just an oven, grill, and that will fit perfectly with our design. But like I said, we don't like it as much as another option, which is the Voyager oven. However, the problem with that one is that it has its hobs on top of the oven and you can't separate them.
So having said so, if you do have any other LPG oven options without any hobs on top that can fit in a compartment down there, it will be very, very helpful, because we would really like to have more options and make an informed choice than be stuck with just the only oven available on the market. But as Sam mentioned, that this box behind me is actually going to be a seat. So this seat here is going to be about yay high, 60 to 65 centimeters off the ground. The reason we picked this height is because of our main bed. When the Mervis bed is folded up, it just basically acts like a wall. You can put a table on it or any other things that, you know, when you fold down, they're not going to fall off. And then you have all of this space right in front of me to, as I demonstrated, to dance around, slide around, whatever you want to do. When the Mervis bed falls down, the majority of its weight is going to be supported by the huge L shape created by the boxes, which are of equal height. Which is why we didn't want to raise the kitchen box up to the counter height, because then the Mervis bed would not be able to fall down.
Now, some of you eagle-eyed viewers might remember us saying at the beginning that we wish to have two beds in this van. One is right here, and the other one is at the sofa at the front. Right, so we're back at the front of the van, and this blue line is outlining where our sofa couch is going to go. We've already explained what's going to go underneath here, and any other free space is going to be filled by storage. However, the bed idea for this is this blue line is going to represent slats that we can pull out this top part all the way, and that will make this another double bed in our van. This is essentially a spare double bed in the van, and the excellent thing is that the shower cubicle kind of splits the van in two, so you have two separate bedrooms, both of which can access the bathroom and shower area if they need to in the night, without jumping over anybody's head or breaking anyone's neck.
Yeah, so that's our layout so far. Please send us your recommendations on any topic. If you wish for us to do specific pre-build videos on the plumbing, electrics, heating, or any of these aspects, then do share your interest down in the comments below, and we'll do them. But if you don't want them, then we're just not going to do them. We're just going to get on with the build. Alright, so I'm off to design the van. If you have any more ideas, then shoot them my way and I might be able to incorporate them. See ya! Oh, anybody want a snack?